Okay, so today what I want you to do is go ahead and grab 2 weights of the same size. We're gonna be doing, working hamstrings and glutes, as well as doing some back and bicep work today. So go ahead and make sure you have 2 weights of the same size. We're gonna work with 10s today, and we're gonna go ahead and get started on your warm up. So what I want you to do is we're gonna take those hands by your ears. I want you to go flat back, taking your hips back, and then squeeze coming up. Just warming up the back side. We're gonna do this in a little bit during the combo. Nice little squeeze coming up. Push the butt towards the back side of the room. You're gonna go one more here. And then I want you to bring it in. You're gonna alternate reverse lunge with a rotation to that front leg. Step it back, rotate forward. You can check that front knee. Make sure it's pointing towards the middle toe. Little rotation here, gentle rotation, opening up the spine. Good exhale. As you rotate, you should feel those abs even working as you exhale and rotate to the side. Work on that balance here. Last one here, I want you to bring it up, and you're gonna go arms up and alternate, tapping your opposite knee, alternating knees. Hands come down. You're staying nice and tall. Warming up here. Gently landing that foot to the floor. And release. What I want you to do here is we're going to step that knee up and open out to the side. Just one side here. Opening the hips. Work on that balance. You can throw that opposite arm out to the side if you need it for stabilization. One more. And then we swap. Knee up and then open, tap it down. Open up, tap it to the back. Counterbalance if you need to. One more time. All right, go ahead and grab your weights for me. Now, both feet stay planted on the floor. Get those shoulder blades rolled down and back. Hold that posture. You're gonna bend at the hips, let the back be flat. Eyes are looking over those feet. We push the feet into the floor, coming up and squeeze. You're just gonna repeat here. It is down, 1, 2, up, 1, 2. Back down. We're not going fast. Get that form. You can check yourself just looking to the side if you need to. If you have a mirror or you want to, set your camera up and see what you look like. Making sure that you're not coming here and rounding the upper back. Now I want you to come and hold. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna go wide elbows out to the side, out and lower. Palms face your body. Squeeze those shoulder blades together as we lift. Exhale. Pelvic tilt, pushing the hips pushing your pelvis to the back if your low back starts to bother you. We have one more here, and then you just come up all the way. So we're gonna add those two together. I want you to go into your hip hinge, wide row, lower and up, hip hinge, wide row, and then back up. So we're just putting those together. Keep that flat back. Push your butt back to the back side of the room. Take those elbows out to the side. Nice exhale as we come up. Just one more time here. Now, come all the way up for me. I want both hands. Curl, bicep curl. And hold. Your torso as still as possible. Exhale, curl it up. Last one. All right, good. Your left leg, you're gonna reverse back and it's pulse. 1, 2, 3, and tap it forward. Back, 1, 2, and 3. Tap it up. Make sure that front knee is pointing towards that middle toe here. So just check every now and then. All right, come up. You're gonna go hammer curl here. Thumbs come up to the shoulders. So when we add this to the combination, we're gonna do a hammer curl when we're in that lunge position, okay? Last one, release. All right, so step it back, left side back, hammer, lower, and step it forward. This is 1, 2, 3, together. That's your 3 count. No longer pulsing, just stepping it back. Now, you can go lower if you feel like you need more of a challenge, or you can modify by just a little step back. Trying to keep your balance with that reverse lunge. Last time. And up. Okay, so feel free to grab a sip of water here. We're gonna go all the way from the top, and I'll walk you through this together, this combination. All right, get those shoulder blades rounded down and back. We're gonna go hip hinge, wide row, lower down, you come up, both arms curl. We're adding that bicep curl, left leg reverse lunge, and hammer, lower down, come up, back to your hip hinge, wide row, up, both arms curl. Then reverse lunge, hammer, back up to your flat back, hip hinge, wide row. Good, all the way up, both arms biceps curl, and then reverse it. Hammer, lower all the way down, coming back up. Hip hinge, wide row, all the way up. Palms turn to the shoulders, lower down, reverse and hammer. Back up, hip hinge, wide row here, all the way up. Bicep curl, lower down, reverse it, hammer, and back up. Wide row here. Bicep curl, reverse, hammer, and up. A couple more times. Wide row. Bicep curl, reverse lunge. Hammer curl, we're going 2 more through. Hip hinge, wide row. All the way up. Bicep curl, reverse it, hammer. 1 more. And hip hinge for me, wide row. Back up, bicep curl, reverse lunge, hammer, and we come up. Good job. Okay, Feel free to take a breather if you need it. You can tap it out to the side if you just want to keep moving during this short rest period. What we're gonna do is we're still doing the same arm movements, but we gotta get that reverse lunge on that right side, okay? So go ahead and grab your weights. You're gonna go into your hip hinge. Now, we know we have this move, so I want you to hip hinge and wide row for me, okay? So hip hinge here, add your wide row, lower down and come up. So instead of breaking them down individually, because we've already done them multiple times, we're just putting it together. Make sure you're pushing your butt back, wide row. You're using your glutes and your hamstrings to come back up and not your back. Eyes look over those feet as you hinge forward. Last one. All right, nice and tall. So you can bring one foot up and just help with your posture. And you're gonna curl both arms, rotate those palms up to the shoulder. You rotate back down to the hip, keeping your torso as still as possible. Don't forget to breathe. We want to be having long exhales, breathing into your stomach, engaging your abdominal muscles. Last curl. All right, lower down. So now we're gonna go right side. 3 pulse lunge back. So step it back, 1, 2, and 3. Tap it up. 1, 2, and 3. Tap it up. Relax those arms. Little bitty pulses. If you need to modify, just little movements here. Doesn't have to be deep. Working on that single leg, stepping it back, working on your balance. You want to stay nice and tall. We don't want a hip hinge here, okay? So think about the fact that if we're in the room together, I should see the front of your shirt, staying nice and tall. Last one back. So we're gonna stay nice and tall again, and you're going to hammer curl. Keep those arms from swinging. Elbows should be by your side. Your body is as still as possible, nice and tall. One more here. All right, release. So right leg, reverse lunge to your hammer curl, okay? So step it back, hammer, lower, step it in. This is your 3 count. Remember that. Nice breathing. No holding your breath. Almost there. You ever feel like you need to pause a workout to grab some water to catch your breath, you can always do that. We have fairly short workouts, so we should get to the point where you can get through a workout with just taking, 1 or 2 breaks, very short. Last one, hold here. Okay, so you can step it out if you need to. Just gonna give the arms a slight little breather. And if you've been with me for a while, you know that you can always progressive overload with increasing your weights. So if this is our first week on this video, note what weights you're using, we're trying to slowly increase those weights. By the end, you should be able to at least jump up by 2 pounds, go from an 8 to a 10 to a 12, and see how you can do. If it's too heavy, you can always drop down halfway through the workout. You know, just slowly increasing your strength. So we're gonna go all the way from the top, get those shoulder blades rounded down and back. We're hip hinging here, and then wide row. You come up, we're adding bicep curls, right side lunge into your hammer, lower down, come up, flat back again, wide row. Back up, bicep curls, and reverse lunge hammer. Back up, hip hinge, wide row, all the way up, bicep curls. Back to reverse lunge and hammer. Back up, hip hinge, wide row, bicep curls, reverse lunge, and hammer. You guys are doing great. Flat back, wide row, bicep, reverse lunge, and hammer. Getting the hang of it. We already did this on the other side. So really, we should have the movements down, focusing on your form, your pace, flat back, back up, bicep curls, reverse lunge, and hammer. Almost there. Wide row, bicep curls, reverse lunge, hammer curl. 2 more times through here. Bicep curls, reverse it. Last one, flat back, wide row, all the way up, bicep curl, reverse, hammer. All right, set those weights down to the side, get them out of your way. Whew. Nice deep breath. What we're gonna do here, as you're cooling down some, we're gonna add in a little back finisher combo, okay? So we'll come back to these weights. You're going to go into a split lunge position. I want you to hinge over, and what you're gonna do is we're gonna go regular rows, elbows both come up, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Focus on your breath. Last one, and release. We'll come up. Let's go other side. Step that leg back. Now, palms come together in front of you. Slight bend in the elbows and lift out to the side. Now, if you need to, you can go more of a bend. Palms are facing, and you're pulling those elbows up, so it's up to you as to what you do. As long as you feel like you're squeezing those shoulder blades together, you're working the backs of your shoulders. Exhale up, and we're not using our neck, okay? And release, good. Awesome job. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna add those two together, and I want you to do 2 and 2. So split lunge position, doesn't matter which leg is back, 2 rows. Elbows come up, 1 and 2. Lower it down, 2 reverse flies, and then bring it back down, elbows up, 2 rows. Now 2 reverse flies. 2 rows. Reverse flies here, 2 and 2. Slow it down if you need to. Open it up. Nice exhales. Squeeze those shoulder blades together here. Pull those elbows back. Slight bend in those elbows, or after these rows, you can go elbows out to the side. Pull those elbows back. Row, and then reverse. 2 more times. Both elbows, this is it. 2 reverse flies. Whew. Awesome. That was a great finisher. Okay, we're gonna start to cool it down a little bit. What I want you to do is we're gonna hip hinge, getting a stretch, lengthening those arms by the ears, and then we're gonna pull in and just come up, lengthen, push the butt back, and then bring those arms in. Focus on your breath. Now what I want you to do is when we come forward on this one, you're gonna reach one arm back, bring it forward, and then come up. Reach other side, reach it back, bring it forward, then pull up. Extend both arms, reach it back, and then stand all the way. Extend. Focus on your breath. You're lowering your heart rate here. Still getting movement. Stretching. We're gonna go one more to the other side. Release, come up. I want you to take one arm across your chest and hold. Oh, that's a good shoulder stretch. Love it. You can move around a little bit. You can just hold in place. Take nice deep breaths in. We're gonna release and swap sides. Hold in front. Either pull right below the elbow, or you can place your hand behind your elbow, either one. Now, release. Let's go. Arms open. Open your chest. Just taking those hands back. A little squeeze of the shoulder blades as you open it up. Now what we're gonna do is you can have a seat here if you need to, or if you can stand, we're gonna cross the ankle over the knee. And then you're just gonna sit back slightly, holding this stretch. Push the knee just a little bit. If you're like all the way up here, you know, you're probably not gonna sit down very low because your hips and your outer thigh are probably pretty tight. So we're just holding here. Focus on that deep breath in. Again, you can be seated and you can do this figure 4 stretch. You don't have to try to balance on that one leg. Slowly release, come up, and let's swap sides. I'm gonna adjust, pull up a little bit, and then sit down and hold. It's okay if you're a little wobbly. I get wobbly too. Lose your balance a little bit. You can always have a chair next to you, or like I said, sit in a chair, sit on your couch, whatever you have available. Just make sure that you're taking the time at the end of your workouts. You're not just stopping them and running on your day. Getting this added stretching in is really, really beneficial, and it's very good for you. So I want both feet down. Let's cross our ankles, and then we lower to the floor. And this feels so good, especially to helping to release your back. The leg that's behind that front leg, you will feel this behind the knee, hamstrings, maybe even your calf muscles, depending on how tight you are. Holding this stretch and just focus on your breath. You're gonna slowly roll yourself up. We're gonna swap sides. and then lower back down. And just a reminder, focus on making sure that you're drinking enough water, half your weight in ounces a day, getting minerals in so that your body can actually absorb the water that you're drinking. And by minerals, I mean, you know, your calcium, magnesium, potassium, selenium, all of those, there's lots of minerals. And so you can get those by getting those little electrolyte pouches. I like to do sea salt on my food, in my water a little bit. Go ahead and roll it up. And you guys are all done. You did amazing today. Please always check in with me, ask me any questions that you have. Comment on the video and let me know, even if there's any particular things that you want to work on that we don't hit in the videos. Have a great day.